Hey guys, so y'all all liked the picture that I had of the zombie makeup on my hand, and so I wanted to do something on my face. This is a little bit different than how I did it on my hand, just because I had to use glue because I ran out of latex, and the glue honestly doesn't work as well. You can see that this is falling off here. I really don't recommend using the glue method. I just wanted to show you guys what it looked like still. You can also use gelatin, just plain gelatin, not like Jello, but regular gelatin, and some water, and make it into, and melt that together. And then you can use latex, which is my preferred method, but if you're allergic to latex, there's other options. So yeah, hopefully you guys still like it. I really wanted to show you guys just mainly like the wounds and all of that, how to get those. So that was my super main focus. But yeah, this is my zombie walker makeup tutorial, whatever you want to call it, and I hope you guys like it and that y'all
So we're
have a
going
good
in
day.
with the Maybelline New palette, and this is just a matte brown from there. And we're just kind of going to follow the outline of our cheekbones inwards to give us more of a sagging effect. If it's not perfect, that's totally fine because we're kind of going to just cover this up with makeup. And really, honestly, if you want to skip this part, you could. And yeah. Sorry about the length of this video, you guys. I didn't know how to pack everything in that I wanted to, except for making it long. So yeah. And now we're going in right underneath the eyebrow into that kind of like eye socket where our nose and eye kind of meet. And it's just gonna give us a little bit more depth there. And now this is just on our temples to give our temples a little bit more depth. And our forehead. It's kind of like we do with regular contouring, just this is a much different color, and we're being a little bit more precise with it. And just a little bit around the mouth. And the nose. And now we're going to contour our nose, but in an effort to make it look crooked, you would contour crooked. Mine ends up looking a little bit wavered, but not as much as I would have liked. You can kind of see it here just a little bit, but yeah, basically you're just going to contour crooked and a little bit slightly inwards on one side while keeping the other side completely normal and the same as you would regularly contour your nose. Played with this a long time, just trying to get it right now. I'm taking some zombie flush, and I already have this preset out, and it's basically just gray face paint. It's supposed to crack as it dries, and it did a little bit, but I was expecting it to get flaky, and it didn't. But yeah, and in a minute I'm going to show you the end of my sponge. There we go. And I just picked at it and took out a couple of little pieces so that it would give it a more interesting and textured effect to the skin. And we're just kind of going to give our face a light layer of this, nothing too dramatic or anything, just a light wash of zombie flesh. Now we're taking tissue and we're placing this over some of the glue that I just put on my face. You can use latex or gelatin. If you use gelatin, you don't really need tissue because it'll just form into like little blobs on its own. But if you're using latex or glue, then you need tissues or toilet paper or anything like that. Something a little bit thinner would work. And this is just going to give our face some nasty, gross texture. Tear up your tissue. We don't want any of those straight ends on the border of the tissue because that's just kind of foreign. We want the very textured pieces together. And now I'm just taking more glue or latex if you're using latex, and we're going to put that over the tissue as best as we can. Sometimes it sticks to our sponge instead of our face, but just try and work it in there. This really doesn't have to be perfect because it's just open flesh basically, or decayed flesh, however you want to look at it. And we're going to put one here on our cheek, doing the same method with the latex or the glue. Or gelatin if you're using gelatin. Just, you don't need a tissue if you are. But now we're going to do one across the nose. And then I'd also place one over my head. Now we're just going to take some more zombie flesh and we're going to cover the white part of the tissue, basically all the pieces, and kind of a little bit more of a thicker layer onto our skin. step is going to really help us later when we are painting our face. If you leave the white parts exposed, then you're really going to be able to see them later once we add a little bit of color to our face. I'm just going to go down my neck. Today I wasn't going to be wearing this makeup for very long. If I was, I would then do the rest of my chest and shoulders and stuff like that. But I mean, I'm just doing it for today. I didn't even do my ears just because my headband was holding my hair back and my ears back and everything. So I didn't feel like messing with that. But I do recommend that y'all do that if you're going to be wearing this out, because then it'll get a much more realistic look. And you can't really see it too well, but this is a green, and that palette I used for my Ursula look, the colorful palette, I took the bright green from there and mixed it with some of my foundation, or any other foundation, or tan color, really. Mixing it with your skin color gives it a little bit more of an olivey kind of color, because it's green and tan mixed. But it also makes it better for your face and kind of coincides with your own skin tone, so it looks like it's coming from you and you're that green color. We just dab that a little bit all over the face, focusing a little bit more on the wounds, but really put this all over your face. And now I'm taking a purple mixed in with the foundation, and this is kind of going to give a bruising effect, and we're going to put this on the very outer edges of the wounds only. I really didn't put this anywhere else, just because this is part of the bruising, not necessarily the overall skin tone. If anything gets dabbed on and it's too bright, then use the green or the zombie flesh to kind of cover it up a little bit more and blend it in. Now I'm taking that bright yellow mixed with our skin, with our foundation, and this is being placed only on the outside of the purple that we did, and this gives the aged bruising effect and really just makes her skin even look a little bit grosser. And you can dab this in just a couple little places. I wouldn't do it completely all over the face, but this will give you a sickly look because it's that really nasty, gross yellow that no one really likes because it just reminds you of putrid things. I couldn't think of the word, but yeah. And now I'm taking black, just straight up black, and I'm putting this
in the wounds, especially where we want it to look the deepest. This will also give the blood that we put over it a more dried and just a more dried effect, like it's been there for a while. So this is a neat little trick, but black does it really nicely and it looks really good in the end. While making this video, I hadn't realized that I didn't blend all the way into my hairline on the side, so sorry you guys, I missed it there, honestly, but hopefully y'all don't mind and you can learn from my mistakes. Now I'm taking a straight up red color. I didn't mix it with anything, it's just the red that was in the palette, and I'm putting this over the black. We are going to put blood over that red, but this will kind of make the black not look quite so black, but a black red, which just gives it even more depth in the color. And with this red, you can also put pretty much anywhere on your face to kind of give it more of a dried blood effect, which I think you'll see in just a few moments. And now we're taking a very, very, very dark purple, almost black eyeshadow, and we're just running this all over our lid and underneath our eye as well. I also took a dark red. It wasn't near black, but it was a dark red, and I'm just leaving this over the lid and a little bit underneath the eye, but not much. I'm kind of putting it underneath the purple and kind of giving it a really, really blown out effect. Here's the blood I'm going to be using. One's a capsule that came in a kit, and the other one is vampire blood. They're both different. The first one is the capsule. This is a very much thicker and darker substance than the vampire blood. And I like this one a lot more, honestly. And I really like it, especially for the wounds themselves, because it is darker and it will give a wet, a deep wet wound appearance, and it's really, really great to use for the wounds.
also put this anywhere else you'd like. It just gives that really dark blood kind of look to your face, and kind of goes with like the red where it's a little bit more dried. I also put this all over my lips just so it would give a tint of blood right before I put the vampire blood over it. And it kind of looks like I've been eating some people, or at least I was a couple days ago, you know? And just basically put this all over your face. Just have fun with the blood. Now I'm taking the vampire blood, and this is where I'm really looking like I just ate somebody right now. And they were probably really good, because look at the mess I made on my face. And now I'm just tapping this everywhere. Like maybe I went with a friend and she got a little bit of her person on me, and that's where this new blood's from, all over my face. I don't even know where I'm going with this now, but just basically put the new blood all over your face. And that's it, you guys. I hope you guys really liked this video, and thank you for watching. You can go down below to see where you can follow me and be friends.